Good evening, this is Ryan with TrendLizard.com. I'm going to take a look at EWC, which is the ETF for Canada, starting back in 1996 when it was incepted. And I know I've looked at this for you before, so a little bit of this is going to be repetitive, but I think it gives it good context just to start at the beginning. So incepted in 1996, it was in a really nice trendy up move into the 2008 high. Everything was trendy to the upside at that point. Obviously, a big high occurred at that time in 2008 at a couple different points. Looks like in 2011 and maybe 2014, EWC made a run at new highs, and it might have actually accomplished it, but obviously it hasn't really made much headway since 2008. So obviously that was an important high, and everything from there is kind of the moves under question because everything prior to that was very clearly in a very strong and trendy uptrend. So as discussed last time, there was really two different ways that you could look at this pullback off the 2008 low. One way is shown here. This is a really bearish possibility. It calls the entire move one big counter trend pullback that is not yet over. So the suggestion here is that EWC is going to work its way all the way back down to the 2009 low before it resumes its uptrend. This is one possibility that still cannot be ruled out. I think I remember telling you from last time we wanted to see EWC move above 27 to rule out this really bearish possibility, and it has still not been able to do that. So anyway, let's take a look at the other option here, and that is that the pullback actually ended in 2009, and everything since then has been the resumption of the long-term uptrend, and just a matter of time until it continues up from here. So I think this is the preferred option of the two, and I'll show you why as we go. One thing to note is that this pullback here that started in 2011, which took a really long time, moved a little bit below our support area, but ultimately it found support in this area and turned back up. So that's a bullish thing for sure, but let's zoom in and see why this looks like a more likely outcome than the more bearish outcome. So this zooms in and just that advance off the 2009 low. This entire move from 2011 to 2016 does look like a counter trend pullback, which is a good sign that EWC wants to keep heading higher. But maybe the most interesting aspect is the 2016 advance, and that looks like a trendy move. So this is probably why you're interested, again, in looking at EWC. So let's zoom in and look at just this advance and see what we can take away. It does look trendy off the 2016 low, and I know that a new high has been set since the last time we talked, but I'm not completely convinced that the uptrend has resumed here. I think there's a pretty good possibility that this pullback that began in June is not yet over, and that we'll see another dip back down towards June's low before the uptrend resumes. And if EWC moves below 24.25 at any point, that's exactly what it would mean. It would mean that this pullback is not yet over. Overall, I think you should be bullish here. In a real general sense, you can be bullish and even long as EWC is trading above 21. That's really the key line in the sand, and I think I gave that to you last time as well. As long as it's trading above 21, this has the potential to be a trendy up move that represents the continuation of the long-term uptrend as shown here. So the fact that this is such a nice trendy move and that everything that's happened since June looks like a counter trend pullback, it forms a really nice base for what's to come, and it should be a continuation of the uptrend as long as EWC stays above 21. In the meantime, again, I don't think the uptrend has already resumed. This is just too slow. It doesn't look like a resumption of the uptrend, so I'm a little hesitant to buy in at this point. I'd wait to see a little bit more purposeful strength before considering the uptrend to have resumed. So I hope that's helpful. Thank you very much, and we will certainly talk to you again soon. Have a great night. Take care.